This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
Well, farmers around Central Florida are fighting this Arctic blast. Coming up, how these local growers are battling the elements.
And we have additional cold weather advisories this morning, but a midweek thaw is just around the corner. I'll take you through those changes coming up.
And one local renter says her upcoming lease renewal has her heart pounding. Why your rent could be surging despite the market cooling down and what you can do about it. Good morning to you. It is 4:30 as we start a new week, a new month together. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Carl Willis. We check your weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimmy is in Severe Weather Center 9.
And we are still tracking this weather alert. We are still in it. This deep freeze across parts of Central Florida. You can see those morning temperatures where we're in the 20s and low 30s right now. 24 degrees in Ocala, 28 degrees in DeLand. We have the winter weather alert with an extreme cold warning up for most of Central Florida. That's going to be this deeper blue, kind of the more robin's egg blue. That's the cold weather advisory that is issued. And this is lasting until 10 o'clock because our wind chill values yet again are in the teens and 20s as we're waking up here on this Monday. 19 for us in Melbourne, 21 in Titusville, 24 for that wind chill in Leesburg and Claremont. This is a bundle up morning. We could get away with it yesterday, most likely not having to leave the house, but many of us are getting ourselves ready this morning for work or going to get kids ready for school in just a few hours. And you can see wind chill values. They're expected to remain in the 20s through that entire time frame. You can see school starting 9 a.m. for most of our communities, 29 degrees for that wind chill. Now later this afternoon, our temperatures and wind chills will essentially moderate. They'll be a lot closer to themselves, and we're climbing out of the 40s, which is huge improvement. It's still going to remain cool though. We'll have daytime highs in the low to mid 50s today. We'll see ample sunshine. And like I mentioned just a few moments ago, through the middle of this week, we've got a midweek thaw. I'll take you through when 70s are back coming up. Alexa.
Cassie, thank you. We're following breaking news this morning in Orange County. Here's a live look from Strasbourg Court, not far from Silver Star Road. Crews were called to this neighborhood around 2:30 this morning, and you can see they are still there. If you look closely, you can see a bit of a charred spot on the left corner of the roof to the left of the address there. Our crew on the scene says 4 people and 2 dogs got out of this home without getting hurt. The Red Cross is now on scene helping the family. If we get any new information about the cause of this fire, we'll share it with you.
Well, these frigid temperatures are a concern for parents as they get their kids ready for school this morning. In fact, one Orange County school is closed because of what they call major facility issues. It's all related to the cold weather. District officials announced yesterday that Summer Lake Elementary will not open this morning. That's on Porter Road in Winter Garden. Families who send their children to that school have already been contacted. Well, the Marion County School District says all schools will open this morning. Officials are keeping an eye on the forecast, and if there are any changes, families will be notified with a call, a text, a message, an email, and on social media.
All schools are also open in Brevard County. District leaders are asking parents to dress students warmly, especially students who wait at bus stops or walk to school. We've been getting similar updates from all of our school districts. In Volusia County, all campuses are good to go. They're running on a normal schedule today. District officials added hallways and classrooms will open early so students can get inside and stay warm.
Well, our Severe Weather Team 9 coverage continues in Lake County, where these blueberry farms took a big hit from the frost. Now, this ice over the plants comes from an irrigation system. It forms a protective coating. Severe Weather Team 9's Q McCrae reports growers are spraying their fields again this morning. Now, growers expected another freeze this morning, but they are hoping it's not as bad as yesterday.
The low temperatures during this cold snap can be hard on your car's tires. We spoke with a local Orlando mechanic who says most Floridians may not know cold temperatures can lower the pressure in our tires. It can cause sluggish handling and longer braking distances.
Don't take aggressive corners, brake earlier, look further ahead while you're driving so that you can be expecting upcoming obstacles, so to speak. You just be a little bit more cautious.
The mechanic there told us as you continue to drive in the colder temperatures, your tires will start to heat on up.
And stay with Channel 9 for live team coverage on the cold snap. We'll break down everything you need to know about this Arctic blast online and on TV. You can track your local weather from anywhere by downloading our free WFTV weather app.
In Washington, D.C. this morning, the U.S. government is still in a partial shutdown. The Senate reached an agreement on a funding bill Friday, but that deal isn't official until the House votes. There are some things that still need to be worked out. This partial government shutdown will not result in millions of Americans losing their food assistance benefits, but for planning purposes, some people might not be able to get federal loans to buy homes or operate small businesses.
Well, it looks like the legalization of recreational marijuana in Florida will not be on the ballot this year. Florida's State Department announced that none of the 22 citizens' initiatives turned in enough signatures by last night's deadline. However, the group Smart and Safe Florida says they believe the state has verified more signatures than what's listed on the website. The movement faced a series of setbacks, including investigations of potential fraud by the Attorney General's office. Well, February just started, and that means lots of people are paying their rent today. Coming up in 10 minutes, Action 9 takes a look at your options if you're stuck in an apartment that is just too expensive.
Marion County Fire Rescue says a railroad tire fire in Denellen is now contained. This was the scene Sunday near East McKinney Street and North Williamson Street. For now, they're advising residents to stay out of the area because toxic smoke may still be present. They also say people with respiratory issues, children and older adults should limit outdoor activities and keep their windows and doors closed.
Well, these frigid temperatures kept a lot of people indoors along with the cold weather, and that was over the weekend, and that includes the Zora Neale Hurston Festival out in Edenville.
Yeah, the event celebrates Black art, music, and literature. The normally packed festival attracted a much smaller crowd.
It's cold. It's past chilly. I got layers and layers of clothes on, but I'm gonna make the best of it because it's for a good cause.
Despite the cold temperatures, organizers say the festival is alive and well. They are already planning next year's event.
All right, can't wait for that. Well, the time right now, 4:39, getting a check of the weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Certified meteorologist Cassandra Crimmy is in Severe Weather Center 9. Hey,
and
Cassie.
hey, it is very, very cold. Still, again, this morning, we've got this cold weather alert remaining in place as our morning temperatures in the 20s, 30s. We've fallen below freezing yet again. You can see as we take our way into Marion, Sumter, and Lake County, where everybody's under freezing. Carlson, Leesburg, East Lake Weir, Ocala, some of our coldest spots. And on top of that, we're still discussing the wind chill values. A cold weather advisory, extreme cold warning up through 10 o'clock this morning as our wind chill values. The coldest spot is down in Melbourne, where it feels as though it's 19 degrees. The rest of us feeling as though it is in the low 20s, which is where we're going to hang out for the remainder of our morning. Really not going to be climbing into the 30s until we get into that 8:30, 9:30 time frame. But then as we talk about the temperatures, at least we'll get some minor improvement today. We'll have sunshine and afternoon temperatures back into the 50s today. Orlando, we'll see a high of around 55, New Smyrna 54, 55 degrees in Ocala, and 56 degrees in Melbourne. And then we'll continue to warm things up through the middle of the week, but that's not before another round of freezing conditions. An area-wide widespread frost again tonight. We'll have another freezing and frosty overnight. I'll take you through the numbers I expect as we go through the overnight tonight as we're sleeping, coming up in just about 10 minutes. Our time right now, 4:41. Carl.
All right, welcoming the 50s right now. Orange County deputies had to put their wrangling skills to work. This deer got inside of a home. Coming up, see how the deputies got it out.
Plus, people are reaching out to Action 9 saying it's becoming difficult to afford rent. Coming up, what you need to know if your landlord keeps raising your monthly bill.
Race fans, get ready. Experience the Daytona 500 live and be part of something legendary. This is where history is made, where every lap matters, where victory is career defining, and the energy inside Daytona is unlike anything else in sports. Fans from around the world come for this moment, and now you could be there. Enter for your chance to win 2 tickets to the Daytona 500, Sunday, February 15th. Visit WFTV.com to register now. Feel the power. Feel the passion. Feel it live at the Daytona 500.
A local family is playing Family Feud.
I've been waiting to meet you.
Cheer on a team from your hometown.
Say hello to me in a foreign language.
Let's say, what's up, dog?
Brought to you by Parish Healthcare.
To save money, you need to make smart money decisions. We'll help you spot the best deals while avoiding costly mistakes.
On Channel 9.
Welcome back. Now it's coming up on 4:45. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
And I'm Carl Willis. Many renters are reaching out to Action 9 attorney Jason Stujinki about problems affording their rent.
But moving isn't easy or cheap either. Jason shares what renters everywhere need to know. And there are a few more details you need to know. Landlords can raise rent as much as they want when a lease is up. Florida law usually prevents rent control, which means cities and counties can only limit rent hikes if they can prove in court a housing emergency or safety issue is present. In the short term, you can try negotiating with your landlord, but be advised there may be strings attached. People trying to get their driver's licenses here in Florida will have to take the exam in English only. Exams were previously provided in 6 different languages for non-commercial licenses. The Florida Department of Highway Safety made the announcement late last week. With the change taking effect this Friday, February 6th, the new rules state that test takers must complete any exam in English and without an interpreter.
Well, the extreme cold could not stop the 51st Mount Dora Art Festival. Channel 9 was live there Sunday morning as vendors set up for day 2 of the festival after a successful first day. Now, the draw of the nationally acclaimed festival was enough to attract people from out of state who told us a little cold weather was not going to turn them away.
I like the markets, the first thing, and I wasn't going to let the weather stop me doing it.
He woke me up and said, "We got a date and we're going outside."
And you seem thrilled.
So thrilled.
That's a cheap date right there. I like that. Well, for some artists, though, the festival ended before it even started when the wind knocked over their tents. About those who did stick around got hot food and coffee and the sunshine that they say was missing on Saturday.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, a little sunshine never hurt anybody. Well, some parts of Central Florida saw flurries of snow over the weekend, but that was nothing compared to some other states.
You think about the South, we are not used to this. Look at this video. This is from up north, just a bit in Charlotte, North Carolina. It shows a time lapse of almost a full foot of snow falling on this Bojangles box yesterday. Look at it rise. That tied for the 4th heaviest snowfall in the city's history.
The blueberry biscuits were trapped inside, unfortunately.
Yeah, we are ready for this midweek thaw you keep teasing us with, Cassie.
Listen, I'm not teasing. It can't get here fast enough, though, right? Yeah, very, very cold again early this morning. We still have this weather alert in place. Overnight, we had the hard freeze again that many of our growers and residents prepared for. We've got another freeze coming tonight, unfortunately, but this is where we stand. Morning temperatures, 20s, low 30s outside, 31 in Sanford, 26 degrees in DeLand. And on top of that, we've got wind chill values that have thrown us in a cold weather advisory and an extreme cold warning yet again. This goes until 10 o'clock this morning. So that's an out the door forecast that you really don't want to miss. You can see wind chills now in the teens and the 20s. We go hour by hour through this morning, and you can see there's a whole lot of low 20s through 6:30, through that 7:30, even 8:30 time frame. We are still feeling as though we are in the 20s. We'll start to get above freezing, but that's not until about 10:30, and then that number will continue to grow for us as we head towards the afternoon. So hour by hour today, lots of sunshine. Again, one of the big redeeming qualities that we'll have today with that cold, and temperatures better than yesterday, but still well below average. We're looking at highs in the low to mid 50s this afternoon. Sanford, Orlando reaching about 55 degrees. And then again, widespread, we've got another frosty night with freeze warnings up for Central Florida as temperatures are expected to dip into the upper 20s and low 30s. Although there's going to be some minor improvement. A few of the communities forecasted just above that freezing. We're just not quite done with the cold just yet. But through the middle of the week, we do have this seasonal temperatures returning. It's going to be briefly, but we'll have highs back in the 70s, believe it or not. And then following it, another front. But this cool down is not going to be as drastic, as sharp as what we felt with the last cool down. So over the next couple of days, this is up in the villages. You can see our bit by bit increase in those temperatures getting into the 70s by Wednesday. But overnight Wednesday into Thursday, our next front approaches. And Thursday, we've got those temperatures falling. You can see this is at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, that line of showers approaching with our next front. It's expected to break apart really as it reaches us, so our rain chance isn't all that huge, and it will be favored more towards the front half of our Thursday. But again, by the middle of the week, getting into those mid 70s, a nice little thaw, another front Thursday, and another cool down. So by the end of the week, we're looking at numbers a little bit below average, 62 for a high on Friday, but Saturday, Sunday, we will rebound back into the 70s, and by Sunday, whew, what a different Sunday it'll be. Lots of sunshine and and a high of 74. Carl.
All right, cannot wait, Cassie. Thank you. Well, you've been talking about it all morning, but you're probably turning up your heat because of this cold. Well, coming up, what that means for your next energy bill and local programs that can help out people in a pinch.
And Orange County deputies were called to a house to get a deer out. They had how they wrangled it and helped the owner by getting this deer out.
Martha Sigalski, Greg Warmouth, and Chief Meteorologist Tom Terry on Channel 9.
I'm Carl Willis.
Welcome back to you. It is 4:53 now. I'm Alexa Lorenzo. Check out this wild video of Orange County deputies wrangling a very different type of suspect.
A deer crashed through a living room window last week and ended up in someone's kitchen. Body cam video shows deputies trying to catch it as it struggled to stand on the floor. It's a tile floor there, very slippery. They eventually got it under control and safely released it back into the woods.
There it goes. Yeah, good ending there.
Poor thing. A North Carolina canine is being called a hero after helping to find a missing boy in the middle of a dangerous snowstorm. Police say the 13-year-old who has special needs left his home without a coat, putting him at risk for hypothermia. That's when Canine Bo picked up his scent and led officers right to him. The teen was cold, but is expected to be okay.
If you live in Maitland and use city water, you'll want to boil it before using it. A mechanical issue at a water plant Sunday caused pressure to drop below safety standards. Until the water tests come back clean for 2 days in a row, officials are asking customers to boil water for drinking, cooking, or brushing your teeth.
Well, a man is being honored in DeLand as a hero later tonight for his brave actions during a violent attack. Joseph Wells will be recognized at the City Commission meeting at 7 p.m. at City Hall. Officials say he stepped in to save a young man who was being attacked at a bus stop and held the suspect until police got there. The city says his courageous act, may have saved a life.
Cold weather shelters across Central Florida opened over the weekend to help people stay warm as the temperatures dropped.
Now in Seminole County, teams made a big push to get people out of the cold, adding 60 extra spaces at local shelters. They also used the Scout rideshare program to help people living on the streets or in their cars get to safety. Officials say it's all part of an effort to make sure that no one is left out in this dangerous cold.
Most of us have never experienced this in Florida. So the good part about the new system is folks can actually come right here to our door, and then we can actually transport them back to where they need to go.
Outreach Mission says that officers will also take people to shelters to get them out of the cold.
Local farmers are waiting for the weather to turn after battling this recent Arctic blast.
Yeah, coming up, how one local farm is waiting out the cold weather.
And I am still tracking those freezing temperatures around Central Florida, but I do have a midweek thaw that is just around the corner. I've got all the details coming up.